What's up, students? Today is Maundy Thursday. That is the day some 2,000 years ago Jesus sat down with his people and ate his last meal before him being sentenced to die. So I was reading this today and I wanted to come at you with a reflection and a question. The reflection came in reading the passage from John 13, and I wanted to read it with y'all now. Jesus, knowing that the Father had given all things into his hands, and that he had come from God and he was going back to God, he rose from supper, he laid aside his outer garments, and taking a towel, he tied it around his waist. He then poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet and to wipe them with a towel that was wrapped around him. He came to Simon Peter, who said to him, "Lord, do you wash my feet?" And Jesus answered him, "What I'm doing you don't understand, but afterwards you will." Peter said to him, "You will never wash my feet." Jesus answered him, "If I don't wash you, you have nothing to share with me." So Simon Peter said, "Lord, then don't just wash my feet, but also my hands. Wash my head." Jesus said to him, "The one who is bathed does not need to be washed, except for his feet, but is completely clean. And you are clean, but not every one of you." For he knew who was going to betray him, and that's why he said, "Not all of you are clean." Then when he had washed their feet and put on his outer garment and resumed his place at the table, he said to them, "Do you understand what I've done to you? You call me teacher and Lord, and you're right, for so I am. If I then, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you ought to wash one another's feet. For I have given you an example that you should do just as I have done to you. I say to you, don't get this twisted. A servant is not greater than his master, nor a messenger is greater than the one who sent him. If you know these things, blessed are you if you do them." So the reflection is quite simply this: that Jesus sees our needs and he provides for every one of them. Jesus saw the disciples sitting at the table with their feet dirty, covered in dust and mud. They needed to be clean. So he got up in the middle of the meal and he started washing them. In the same way, Jesus saw our sin and depravity. He saw our lives were messed up. So Jesus came to earth. He lived a perfect life. And then he took a cross and he took it to this place named Golgotha and he sacrificed himself for us. Jesus saw this for his friends. He saw it for Peter. He saw this for his enemies, Judas. And he does the same for you. So here is my question. Will you let him wash your feet? Will you see the dirtiest part of you, covered in mud and muck, and accept his offer to wash you clean? Will you see your sin, your brokenness, and accept his sacrifice for you? If so, have you washed the feet of your people, even the ones that are going to turn your backs on you? That's all I got for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. This is David with a reflection and a question. Peace.